This morning, a wild night on Adelaide's roads lands one van driver in handcuffs. Labor gathers for its 50th conference. Cost of living concerns taking centre stage. Rebel Wilson not yet out of the woods with an appeal expected on her defamation lawsuit decision. And a familiar face from the 1982 Commonwealth Games lands in Moreton Bay. That's all coming up on the Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning. A man has left a trail of destruction after he repeatedly crashed a stolen van in the eastern suburbs of Adelaide overnight. The suspect was caught on camera during the dangerous ordeal.
11 p.m. at Ross Trevor, residents on Coonga Avenue are woken by a van going up in flames.
What the Someone's just set their car on fire. Oh my God.
Firefighters quickly extinguished the blaze as the driver ran off. Police gave chase and soon arrested the 42-year-old suspect of no fixed address nearby. Witnesses raised the alarm half an hour earlier when they spotted the stolen van being driven erratically at the King George Community Hall in McGill.
It's gone down onto the park, come past the hall, which I don't know how he got past the...
He tried to escape by driving around the back of the hall and crashing through a fence. Realising he was trapped, he reversed back into the locked car park and did something straight out of a movie.
Accelerated across the car park, smashed through the gate and roared off. It was a great bad crash. We came out and the gate had been smashed open.
The man's been charged with multiple offences, including arson, property damage, failing to stop at a crash and driving while disqualified. The Mitsubishi van had been stolen from a McGill address a couple of weeks ago. Peter Caldecott, 7 News.
Labor's 50th National Conference is underway in Adelaide with more than 2,000 members and delegates expected to attend over the 4 days. Like to Jasmine Turlings. Jasmine, cost of living is expected to be top of the agenda.
Yes, good morning, Eddie. The federal government knows it needs to do more in this space if it's going to win back support from voters that are increasingly turning away from the major parties. The PM is expected to deliver a keynote address in Adelaide later today, where he's expected to announce an extension of the government's Commonwealth PRAC scheme. Essentially, eligible students undertaking placements as part of their degree can receive $338 a week from the 1st of July next year. This is for frontline health professions, including physiotherapy, paramedicine, pharmacy and podiatry, to name a few. Meantime, if you were lucky enough to be in Adelaide last night, you might have been able to catch the Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke's rock band, the so-called Federal Parliament's best and only rock band, Left, Right and Out, played at a gig where tickets cost $1,000 each. No doubt that money went straight back into Labor's coffers. Would love to see how good the Home Affairs Minister is on the guitar.
It's quite the price, isn't it, Jasmine? Cheaper to go to Taylor Swift, but I bet it was amazing. Thank you so much. A Melbourne hospital is being asked to explain an embarrassing bungle after a woman was declared dead when in fact she was alive and well. Michelle Buckley's relatives mourned for days after police delivered the tragic news without realising she was at home and healthy. The diabolical mistake by Werribee Mercy Hospital saw another woman with a similar name but aged 1 year older being treated as though she was Ms Buckley. Mercy Health allegedly took 2 weeks to acknowledge the error, with the hospital now facing costly legal action due to the distress caused to the family. Australian actress Charlotte McInnes is set to appeal a judge's decision that gave homegrown actress and comedian Rebel Wilson the last laugh in her defamation trial. The judge decided in Ms Wilson's favour, throwing the case out after she was accused of defaming Ms McInnes in a series of Instagram posts. Both Ms McInnes and Ms Wilson were found to be unreliable witnesses. The judge has ordered Ms McInnes to pay Ms Wilson's legal costs. We can now bring you new pictures of Brisbane's proposed Olympic Aquatic Centre, now just 6 years ahead of the 2032 Games. The National Aquatic Centre is promised to feature new pools, a gym, high-performance centre and office spaces. It will also have a seating capacity of more than 25,000 for the Games, with 8,000 seats long-term. However, as pressure mounts on the $7.1 billion venue budget, the temporary capacity at Spring Hill may need to be reduced to keep costs down. Well, she's the true blue Aussie icon who hopped her way into sporting history at the 1982 Commonwealth Games, and now she's back. More specifically, her sister is. This is Millie, the replica sister of our official Aussie mascot Matilda, who stands at a whopping 9 metres tall. She's a little smaller than the original mechanical kangaroo, who boasted a height of 13 metres and famously winked at the crowd during the opening ceremony. Now, 44 years on, her spirit lives on in her sibling at her new permanent home next door to the future Moreton Bay Indoor Sports Centre. We're checking Thursday's weather now. Brisbane partly cloudy and 24, Sydney sunny and 20, Canberra partly cloudy and 13, Melbourne showers and 12, Hobart showers increasing in 9, Adelaide shower 2 and 14, Perth sunny and 18 and Darwin sunny and 31. Also to come on the Sunrise Early News, Trump issues a new threat to bomb and destroy civilian infrastructure in Iran as the war wages on. A very happy birthday to the now teenage Prince George. That's next on the Sunrise Early News.